Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a straight out of box to looking like straight out of scalp install, meaning I'm going to take you guys start to finish on this beautiful blonde wig from Incolor's hair and to show you all the work that I do from right out of the box to making it look like right out of my scalp. So this is how the hair is looking like right out of the box. It was a blonde hair dyed by them, as you can see. And since the hair is already blonde, no need to bleach the knots or anything. And here's a look at the inside. And first thing we're doing is plucking the wig. I'm just right now placing a little white wig. What we have to do for prep is just go ahead and pluck the hair. This is a 13x4 frontal, has more middle part than the side part in my opinion, but let's get right into the first step, which is plucking. Right now I'm just putting a little white paper tissue that came with the wig, you know, with the wig packaging. I'm just putting that under my canvas head so this way I can be able to see the knots much clearly. I have a very much detailed slowed down plucking tutorial if you want something more specific, but let's just run right through this and give you the basics and the gist. Once I get the wig secured onto my canvas head, I'm spraying it down with a water bottle. This helps the hair come out better. It also helps me see the hairline a lot better because I can brush everything back and see what I'm working with. Make sure you push your hair back so you can see the hairline. Major key, okay? Very important. Now once I have the hairline pushed back, I'm just taking a comb and pulling out the front line because usually these companies do pre-pluck the hair a little bit and I don't like to over pluck, so I always pull out the front. Always, even if the hair is not pre-plucked or anything, I just always pull out the front. Once I've pulled out the front of the hair, I start to pluck behind the hairline. So I'm using this slant tip tweezer. I'm going to link it down below. I always use slant tip tweezers. I feel like they work the best, and I use it with the tip pointing forward, if that makes sense. And I start to pluck and skip all over the hair. I pluck in the front, and then I start to pluck in the back. I'm not plucking in the same place. In my head, I kind of just think of pluck, skip, and I try to make sure I'm doing it randomly, but still with a bit of a purpose. It kind of helps for me to look at a reference photo of like a really like nice celebrity hairstylist or just like a Pinterest type of hair inspo or hairline inspo, so I can kind of see what I'm going for. But I just pluck, skip all throughout the hair, and I do make sure I'm taking my tweezer further back into the hairline whenever I'm done plucking the front. Do not pluck in the same area because you will get, you know, bald spots. Let me stop talking and hopefully visually this will make more sense. And again, I do have a more detailed video if you don't understand from this video. We fight, we hurt, we cry, we paid the price, you'll be Once I'm done plucking behind the hairline, I just go ahead and push all the hair back up to the front, and I pluck just a little bit of the front, and like the other spaces I need a little cleaning up, but I don't pluck too much because I don't like to have too much plucking in the front because now my baby hair is going to be looking scanty. You feel me? Now I'm going to go ahead and pluck the other side off camera and come back to you guys when I'm ready to install her on my head. Before I install her, I'm going ahead and just tinting the lace with my foundation. HD lace, brown lace, whatever lace it is, I always make sure I tint with my foundation, and then I go in my blow dryer to just dry up all of that makeup. Now I'm just cutting off my ear tabs around my ear to get a really good fit. Also, I have a detailed lace cutting tutorial, so check that out if you need some extra help with that. I'm going in and just cutting my hair, the lace, into sections. This just makes it easier to glue down when I work in sections. For my adhesive, quote unquote adhesive, I'm using my Ebin lace spray. This is not an actual lace glue. It's more of a hairspray, so it's like a temporary hold. It's not water like proof, but it's a little bit water resistant. But in my opinion, I can still sweat this off during a workout. But I feel like it works a lot better than got to be, and it's a good temporary hold, so I don't have to worry about losing my edges or being too sticky. Once I've sprayed on that Ebin lace spray, I'm just going in with my blow dryer on a cool setting and just going in with a comb. Excuse me. I'm just going in with a comb as well to help me just push that lace nice and flat. Once all that is dry or dry enough, I just go ahead and pull out the baby hairs, and this also helps me work as an anchor and helps like the lace really pull down flatly. So you can see I'm using that comb as well with the baby hairs to just help really emphasize into pushing that lace down. And that is like the method that I try to, you know, use all over the head. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue the rest of the hair down and come back for the next step. Once I was done laying my lace all over, it was time to do my baby hairs, and I did use the Eco Styler that I showed earlier in the clip. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the baby hairs on this wig were not trying to play with me, okay? I really wanted to do a side part, but for some reason I couldn't get it together. Maybe it was me, something in the water, I don't know. The retrograde possibly, but the side part and the baby hairs were not playing with me. So I turned off the camera to just focus on getting this wig together, because sometimes I have a hard time, I don't know, doing my best work when I'm on camera. So I turned off the camera and ended up making a whole middle part. So please forgive me, I don't have any clips showing how I did the baby hairs, but don't worry, I also have a detailed tutorial on that. I got many detailed tutorials. But now it's time to define the curls. So I'm not gonna be doing a voiceover for this section because I was on FaceTime talking to my friend explaining how I do my curls, because she really wanted to know, Caroline, how do you get your curls so nice? So just listen to me explaining to her, and hopefully it's a good explanation to you guys. Shish! I normally just use water, but if the hair's like dry, and since this hair is like pre-colored, I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of conditioner, but it's just like a regular, like, you know, like just your conditioner that you like to use for your hair. So, right, but honestly, first, nah, I'll spray it. What you have to do, because this hair is like processed to look like how the curls look out of the box. As you can see, nothing popped in. So you gotta make sure you wet the hair all the way. Like, you gotta wet it. Y'all don't be wetting your hair. Okay, and then you gotta keep brushing until you brush out all of the curls the hair comes, like all that manufactured processed curls. You gotta keep brushing it till you brush it all out to start seeing the real curl pattern. I'm trying not to pull my wig off my head. This elastic band not holding it down. Like this part, add more water. This hair is thirsty. Let me move my thing so you can see it better. Like, this part takes forever, bro, especially when you first get out the box, because you gotta brush out the curls that it came in, and then you can see it's starting to slowly like form. But most of the time with this hair, especially if it's like processed or dyed like this, the ends are usually hella dry, and you like, you know, when you go to the beauty salon, you get your ends clipped and your curls look, your hair just looks healthier. Same thing. So most of the time what I'll do, so the curls can really form. So I just look at, like, as you can see the curls, you see how like gray hair is like all dead and like barely even curling. You see this bottom part? Show the camera, that part right there. I usually just cut it to like where the ends look healthy, and then brush it again. And while I'm saying with the brushing, right, you gotta like brush with intent. Like, you want to brush till you see them clump together like that, and then you just scrunch it. I scrunch it all up. And since this hair is dyed, the curls, it's hard to find dyed hair that like where the curls look like really nice and perfect, because this hair is, you know, it's already damaged because they've dyed it blonde. But I just keep scrunching so you can see. And don't run your fingers through it. Like, don't, like, you know, like literally you want to leave it, you want to let them, the curls dry like this. So that's how you get it defined, because you literally get to dry literally like this. And then you see, compared to this, I'm going to leave it. Sometimes if it's like really not curling, like a thing you can do to cheat, if you really want it to be a certain way. But I don't like doing this because it takes so much time. Like, I'll just wrap it around my fingers sometimes, and then like I'll make sure I wrap it all around, and then I'll just, like, you know, let that go. But that's extra fuck to me. But that's if I really care about having perfect curls. And that's really it. And then you gotta make sure, like, you don't don't mess with the hair after you finish that section, because then the curls are gonna separate and it's not gonna dry like that. Right. It's gonna dry frizzy and, like, you know, big. And then I just keep doing that.
I can't believe I believed everything we had was less. Young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having your kids. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for your schemes. I'm smarter than that. Dumb and naive to believe that with me you're a changed man. Foolish of me to compete. When you cheat, we'll lose women. It took me some time, but now I moved on. Because I realized I got myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Controlling, and you say that you love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day I would see it on my own. Next thing I know, I'm dealing with your 3 kids in my own. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. Now that it's over, stop calling me. Come pick up your clothes. Ain't no need to front like you're still with me. All your homies know. Even your very best friend tried to warn me on the low. Took me some time, but now I am strong. Because I realize I got myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Got me, myself, and I know that I would never disappoint myself.
So, to really make that pat pop, you gotta get you some concealer that's a little bit lighter. But I'm sure you know this part. But yeah, and then, you know, you do this part, right? Where you put the concealer. Okay. And I'd be drawing it much more further back than the lace actually stops, because that makes it look like you have a longer lace. Even if your lace is short, I still just draw it back as long as I want it to make it look longer. Life hack. And I'd be doing this a lot because you want it to be flat. You don't want your wig to be flying off your head. That's embarrassing. It's just falling off my head. I never like how the hair looks when it's wet. So once it's dry, that is how you see it. And you leave it like this. She's cute. And we'll be back. And And I am back. This is what the hair is looking like after, honestly, it took about 2 hours-ish to let it air dry. I did go ahead, use my fingers to separate the curls to give it more volume. But here we are. She's cute. We love it. Giving very much Beyonce, Lioness vibes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as follow me on my Instagram page. I have two. One is my main page where, I post pictures, look cute or whatever. Another one is where I sell my units that I do not keep for my own personal use. But again, thank you guys, and I'll see you in another one. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Goodbye.